Kung Fu Panda 4 is available online, latest entry in the popular animated series starring Jack Black. The first trilogy ended on a high note. All three movies were good, with the second one being my personal favorite. So seeing a fourth installment might seem like stretching it a bit, especially as the apparent plan is to make a whole second trilogy with movies 5 and 6 apparently on the way. This one starts with Po being told by Master Shifu that it's time for him to stop being the Dragon Warrior and move into a wise mentor role, and also he needs to, as a result of that, he needs to select his successor now and select his student and future protector of the valley. At around the same time, a young fox thief named Zhen is caught by Po trying to rob his temple, a thief who by the way shows a lot of promise in terms of martial arts, so you can already see where that's going. Meanwhile, a new danger arises. A chameleon sorceress is amassing power in an attempt to rule the land by impersonating and stealing skills from other characters, including some familiar villainous faces from the past. So Po teams up with Zhen and things go from there. So I didn't like the movie very much. I think it's a definite step down from the previous three. First of all, I have numerous problems with the plot. One, I feel like pushing Po into a mentor role comes as a bit of a surprise. I don't think he fits the archetype just yet, and it feels like a bit of an artificial conflict. Two, I thought the character arc of Zhen is too clunky. The reveal is predictable, but then the turnaround after the reveal comes kind of out of nowhere and feels unearned, and the role she plays in the final battle is contrived and a bit too easy. Three, I thought bringing back the old villains, was a bit of a waste because they end up just becoming nothing more than a short plot device. Four, I'm kind of fine with not having the Furious 5 in the film, the out-of-universe reason being, of course, saving money on the expensive voice cast. But I'm not fine with the reasoning given for any of them being unable to be in the story and then to succeed Po as the Dragon Warrior. I thought that was just stupid writing in terms of how they explained that. And similarly, the villain backstory is that the chameleon wanted to train Kung Fu, but no school would take her because they would laugh at her for being too small. Bro, what the fuck are you talking about? When one of the main characters of the previous three movies was a mantis who was a huge part of Poe's school, and the mantis is like 5 times smaller than the chameleon, so doesn't make sense. I also didn't really like the way Poe's dads are included in the story. That felt like extraneous B-plot for laughs, which isn't entirely successful. So a lot about the screenplay just didn't work for me. Aside from that, it's okay, I guess. The voice cast is fine, although I begin to see what people mean when they're annoyed by Aquafina. She's getting to be a bit too much for me too. The action looks cool, as usual. Some of the humor was good, and the movie still has a unique charm when it comes to including the culture and geography and history of China, so that's cool. But yeah, on the whole, I feel this was largely a disappointment compared to the original trilogy. It's not a bad film, it's just average, and having an average movie succeed three genuinely good ones is surely a step down.